everybody, it's me. I think. Oh boy, I'm so confused. All right, I think we're about to go live now. All right, I think I finally got this right. Oh my goodness, going live is so stressful. But for those who are joining, thank you. Hello from North Carolina. It is 51 degrees, and I believe we're actually going through our first false fall. In North Carolina, we have about 3 to 5 of those before fall actually hits us. But in any case, my name is Rosalinda Cruz, and I am the founder of the Rosa Collective, where we help underrepresented leaders in fashion with strategic planning and advising. Our mission is really to support a more diverse and inclusive, sustainable fashion industry by filling in the leadership gap as well as the ownership gap in the apparel supply chain and in sustainable apparel in general. So this is our second time going live. Our hope is to do this on a weekly basis. So every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am going to take 10 minutes to recap the previous week's news. I not sure if anybody's here, but if anybody is joining us, please drop a comment in the chat, or I guess it is the comment section, whether you're watching from LinkedIn Live, YouTube, or Facebook Live. So in any case, let's get into it. Did I set my timer is the question, because I am a stickler for time, and I want to make sure that I'm respectful of everybody's time and don't go over this 10-minute commitment that I have made. I do want to say that I do plan on adding special guests every now and then, so we may have some extended sessions that may go for about 30 minutes. If you guys have a topic that you would like us to dive into or address in our rundowns, please share them in the comments or email them to us at info@aceworkcollective.com. And what else? I think that's it. I'm going to take a quick sip of my water here. All right, let's get to it. So in last week's news, Facebook changed its name and they're now known as Meta. It's interesting too, because right before I saw that announcement, I had actually seen an article about Patagonia, who is boycotting Facebook and is urging other brands to do so. Apparently, Patagonia stopped using paid ads on Facebook in 2020. So it'll be interesting to see how that shakes out. One, with the Facebook name change and all that goes with that. I feel like I could literally talk about Facebook for an entire hour and still barely scratch the surface. But in any case, in circular apparel news, I did share last week that there were some statistics shared by ThreadUp in their annual report about how resale is projected to outgrow fast fashion by 2025. And last week, Net-a-Porter and Reflaunt announced a pilot program where they are going to be entering the resale or e-commerce market. So that'll be exciting to see. And this is actually an interesting thing. And I almost wish that I had brought a guest on to dive into this a little bit, but every Thursday I do a survey on LinkedIn, and this week's survey, we're still sort of like shaking out the wording, but Would you be jobless if you had to choose working for a morally responsible company? That is the big question. I know that with the great resignation happening, there is a lot of discussion about why people are leaving their jobs, as well as how companies can retain their existing employees. I also actually read an article this morning about the great resignation on Inc. magazine, and I can't even remember what all the sources were. I will be sure that I drop that in the chat. But they actually cited one major reason for people leaving their jobs. And guess what? Poor leadership. Poor leadership. Number one reason. That wasn't their exact reason. I think it was strictly management. But once you dive into it, it boils down to poor leadership. So I found that to be very interesting. Look for more information on that on our social channels. The shop at Macy's, their application process is open and applications are due by November 15th. For those of you that don't know, the workshop at Macy's is the longest running vendor development program. Macy's is also committed to a more diverse and inclusive sustainable fashion industry. So bravo to them. And if anybody is interested, applications are due by November 15th. So another thing, COP26, which I always want to call COP26. But anyways, COP26, the Conference of All Parties, which is what COP stands for, is hosted by the UN, and it is happening now, and it's running through November 12th. Essentially, world leaders are coming together to address the climate meltdown. And make a commitment to net zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2050. Why is this fashion news? Well, fashion has a waste problem. And they are looking to create legislation that's going to hold brands accountable. They're also hoping to uphold existing legislation, which has been informed by science, not money, which is interesting. I also wanted to thank Fashion Revolution. They actually recently did a post on their social media channels that breaks down what COP26 is and what's being asked. So again, brands are being asked to track and reduce their environmental impact, increase transparency and accountability, which seems like a no-brainer, and also to continue to support legislation that keeps brands accountable. We are running out of time. I can't believe it. 10 minutes goes by so fast. But a couple of things that I wanted to touch on. I just released a new newsletter today, and it talks about, surprise, surprise, strategic planning, but specifically planning for 2022. We only have 36 business days left in the year, and I want to make sure that I am doing my part to have you guys ready for 2022. There's also 10 days left before my next workshop, which is a 90-day sprint that is, oh, that's my 10-minute mark. All right, hold on a second, timer. Okay, so my next workshop is November 11th. It is a 90-day sprint to the autumn winter market. So if you are a business that needs to have a presence at market and you need to get market ready, please sign up for this workshop. For the schema students at NC State and the Global Training Initiative students, I will see you on Friday, where I will be participating in a marketing roundtable. So look for me on campus on Friday. We are out of time, and I can't believe that went by so quickly. Okay, so thank you again for joining us. Please join us again next week, Tuesday at 10 a.m. I'm calling this a Rosa Rundown, but I am not happy with that name. So if you have suggestions on what I should be calling this, please share those in the comments. I will be looking to those later today. So thank you, everybody, and have a great day. Bye.